And there's been a lot going on in these last weeks and months, and of course years, as you've been going through this powerful transition in consciousness and really changing your operating system from that mind-based reality, that mind-based creative experience. And for quite a long time, as you're going through this transition, you may have been feeling uncertainty about, well, what is the direction of my life? What is this all adding up to? Of course, there are big transitions going on the planet. Many people's regular lives have been disrupted. And the sense of the future has been unknown because so many things that you may have relied on in the future being there are not fully operational or semi-operational, are not available, things that you would have taken for granted. And the mind has not been able to project your journey too far into the future. And this has brought many of you to just have to come fully into this now moment experience and to drop into the heart and to surrender. Even if you tried to explore certain mind plans, those potentialities may have been taken away, or the circumstances that would assist them coming into fruition may appear to have been taken away. So sometimes even a sense of excitement about the future and excited energies that may have motivated you in the past may have felt missing because you haven't known where you're going. And there are elements of your future reality which will be congruent with life as you have understood it to be in the past. But there are elements coming in that your mind has not had the capacity to create or even envision for you. But all of this has been part of the process of really surrendering into the heart and anchoring into the heart, because the volume of energy that you are now drawing in as you embody more and more of your expanded consciousness, you haven't wanted that to go out into these mind-made manifestations, which may or may not be congruent with your heart blueprint. And the creations of your heart blueprint are more congruent with the full anchoring on the 5D framework. And still the mind often wants to get out in front and say, hey, in 6 months you're going to be doing this. In 3 months you're going to be doing that. In 1 year you're going to be doing this. And this element will be in your life, and that person will be in your life, and this occupation will be in your life. And the mind just wants to fill in the space of the future to create a sense of certainty, because it likes that certainty. But there hasn't been the point to get too much of that energy moving, because what the heart blueprint is creating and the reality that it creates is on the new framework. And the last few weeks we've been really inviting you to focus on grounding, and there has been an activation of a portal system in this planetary realm that has allowed a new range of frequencies to become manifest in more of a physical way here in your earth plane. And many of you have been doing a lot of work to help harvest the energy from the old creative consciousness on earth of the human story experience. You've been working hard, pulling energy, divesting energy from those creations, and often this has been an uncomfortable process for you. So you may be feeling some exhaustion, maybe even some resentment, some, as Georgia puts it, spiritual PTSD, because on this spiritual path, which always the intention of your spiritual path is to bring you into greater peace, but there has been a lot of having to become conscious of the energy that inhibits that peace, not just for you but for the collective, and a lot of harvesting of that, and that's been an uncomfortable process. And it may, for a period of time, felt pretty hard to be here and to be doing this energetic harvesting. Or you may have felt disconnected from what you see to be the collective experience even. Or many elements of your former life may have fallen away. And a sort of grand undoing going on. But again, we want to assure you that you do not incarnate into this lifetime to just experience that challenging harvesting period. You truly are here for what is to come and what is coming, what is arriving now. And to also remember that you're going through a unique process of what we sort of call reincarnating without dying. And there's a reason why you are having an opportunity now to bring in vast amounts of your expanded consciousness, and consciousness that is you, that has been sort of out of your singular egoic identity's sense of self. And to incarnate more of your creative force in this body without going through the experience of childhood. These of you going to do a sort of typical reincarnation situation, has been known on the earth spectrum of creativity, you would go through that process of being born and then having a childhood and having parents. But the thing about that process, and some of you will be familiar with what we call these existence templates, and what they are templates that have very deep belief structures of what it is to even exist in an incarnation. They are basic premises of your experience of existence. And because when you sort of quote unquote leave the oneness with your all consciousness state, in a state that is very free of resistance, and you are born, you immediately feel that density of the human egoic framework, and this brings in these deep, they're almost like wounds of birth in a sense, because you feel this sort of shocking drop in energy. And this, on a very highly unconscious energy, defines what existence as a human being feels like. And that starts to permeate your reality. And you also take on board an entire creative belief structure around reality and manifestation, simply because you have parents. And as a baby, you see there are these one or two figures that are the source, the provider. And if in their humanness that source is not consistent, that it's disrupted, that you have deep memories of not being heard, of not being fed, of not being provided for, your concept of connecting with source and with receiving, and in receiving what manifestation looks like, is shaped by this experience of having parents. And this is how you opt into the creative experience as it's known by humans. That's a human experience, to be born to these parents and to be totally dependent on them to provide all your needs. And you go through quite a few days, weeks, months, years of having this total dependency on these other beings that you are in separation from to be your provider. And this is a grand illusion of creation, because there's the truth of who you really are is that you are an infinite creative being already. There is no provider. You generate a manifestation that looks like a provider, but you are the creator. And we've been talking to you about releasing your resistance to being incarnated here on earth, because your true provider on the physical sense is actually the consciousness of the earth, not your parents, as you have these deep belief structures. You incarnate in union with the earth consciousness to have an experience of creation. And this is why you don't want to resist the earth. And in fact, the earth is your powerful ally for creation. So when you have suffered in the human version of what creation looks like, what manifestation looks like, as is imprinted upon you by having human parents, through that paradigm, through the whole human paradigm, there is experience of lack, of inconsistency, of resistance, of the psychological struggle, psychological time, the suffering that you experience when you're trapped in the past, when you're trapped with future fearful projections. This is all part of the human zeitgeist of creation. And it is an illusion, and one that you incarnated it with willingness to explore, but you didn't come to stay in that illusion. You came for this transition, and now it is time for you to re-anchor and reincarnate by focusing your creative force and power here on earth, with the earth as your provider of the consciousness that brings energy into matter, into physical incarnation. Because everything that's on the earth that comes into physicality is, including the bodies of the human consciousness, is of the earth. And there is far more energy and intelligence, creative intelligence, in the earth than there is in certainly your parents, from which you have learned so much about creation, certainly than your schools that you learned about creation from, and certainly more than even the entire collective human consciousness, which informs what you learn at school, what you learn from your parents, because it's all continues to just cycle around and cycle through this human framework. The human framework that has the polarity of the mind, of the illusions of separation, the survival mind. All the limitation is in the human framework, the mind, the psychological mind. And you didn't know the extent to which you opted into a limited paradigm of creation. While here on earth, there are many other types of consciousness exploring creativity that do not experience that limitation, that do not experience the polarities of the human mind, the judgment of the human mind. The psychological fears and shames and all of that stuff of the human mind, the densest aspects of the 3D egoic construct. And in the broader consciousness of the earth, creation is happening in a state of total continuous abundance and unlimited creativity. So this is the reason why we've been saying, pull your energy back from the mind into the heart, into the now moment, and now into the grounding with the earth consciousness as your host, as your mother, as your father, as your mentor, as your provider, as your teacher of how to create, how to manifest materially. It's time to release the psychological resistance to being here in this body, in this lifetime, on this planet. Because that resistance keeps you out of connection with the earth and everything the earth has to give you with total streaming generosity. And what you might call the codes of creation itself are now available for you to receive directly from the earth. So if you think about how you were programmed from your parents, you got this sort of mutant program of creation, of manifestation. But you did not receive the true codes of how energy just comes into physical form with all the varieties that you see manifest on this earth. We really want you to get that aha moment. Because yes, many of you are consciousness that isn't all quote unquote human. You carry these intelligences from other lifetime experiences. It's what is being hybrided into the human creative experience in order to assist generating this new reality. But the earth is still the theater, the host for this new creation. And all frequency that is allowed to sort of enter this earth theater can come into experienceable manifestation when you are in full grounding and alignment with the earth. So again, we want you to have that aha moment. From the moment I was born, received an entire framework of creation. That's by its nature is full of limitation. And you can really opt out of that version now. And become present to the volume of energy, the volume of consciousness that is the earth, that is everything that is emanating out of the earth, of the earth. That is your ally for creation. So from your heart center, just imagine going down into the heart of the earth, an infinity 8 that is just purifying away anything from that human psychological experience of creation. That's limiting your capacity to manifest directly with the earth, in partnership with the earth. And in that infinity 8, just imagine putting in anything that speaks to that limitation. The storylines of your worthiness, the storylines around your capacity, your ability to manifest. The storylines built up from difficult memories. Conscious and unconscious belief structures and systems. All part of the human illusion, embedded just because you were a baby once upon a time. And you've always been a powerful creator because you still have generated your entire reality. But you've pushed all of that energy through the filters of the human egoic experience. And through the filters then of your personal, hereditary and genetic experiences, your collective family histories, your ancestral histories, your cultural histories, your community histories, the histories of the countries that you were born in, everything that is this human framework that generates identity, limited human identity. So you've still got a huge amount of creative energy generating this reality, but it's all pushed through this very heavily filtered framework. And we've talked a lot about this idea of two realities being created, one from the mind and one from the heart. And the heart is beyond that human framework. And now as you anchor in your heart, imagine that you are now pulling in all of the consciousness that is this new incarnation of you. This new incarnation that isn't going to go through the mass conditioning of the process of childbirth and being a baby. Instead, relax in your new nursery, the Earth Nursery. Where you are able to receive directly the codes of creation. And again, relax into this, soften the body. All the suffering, all the struggle, all the unpleasantness, all the disconnection that comes from pushing your energetic source through this dense human filter. Even as you're aware of all the wonders that are in constant creation on the surface of the earth, the flowers, the plants, realize that there is a huge amount of creativity happening beneath the surface. all of this is resource for you. Through the heart, you access that master consciousness. Through the grounding with the earth, you access the mastery of creation on the earth plane, physical manifestation, visceral, experienceable reality. Now, of course, by suggesting, well, sharing this with you, we're not suggesting that you get rid of your physical parents, but that you're opting out of that lineage of manifestation that has come through the human experience. And if you are aware of those feelings of some tiredness of being on the earth, now's the time to just love and accept the part of you that's feeling that, because that too is within that human framework. And that's all right. As usual, you just use the love and acceptance to dissolve the form of that energy so it can also be utilized for your new creation. So as you're anchoring in your heart and allowing this deeper earth connection to just happen, just ask the heart to show you, is there anything that you need to be aware of that's keeping you in resistance to a full embodiment on the earth plane? And you might have even been experiencing some storylines with some people where there's been discomfort. And again, if you focus on the themes of those storylines, so say for example, it is a feeling that you are in conflict, or that you are left out, or that you are not heard, or you are abandoned, or you are punished. These human storylines are showing you the illusion of that bigger human creative experience, opt-in. And your source, whatever your source is, whether you consider it God or source or the all-consciousness or the universe, there is this belief that existence is this source not hearing you, abandoning you, neglecting you, rejecting you, in conflict with you. So a lot of the times you are focused on your human relationships as a struggle, and if it's been flaring up, these flare-ups are speaking to these denser templates that are part of the human experience, that are part of your illusions of separation from your source of creative knowledge, of creative power. So even maybe it's Trevor at the office that's giving you conflict. But the metaphor for that, or the theme, is that creative experience, the human creative experience, is full of conflict. Existence is conflict. Existence is conflict with your source of creative energy. So as you become aware of that, you can use this sort of, I love and accept the part of me that believes existence is conflict. I love and accept the part of me that believes existence is conflict with God. And these love and acceptance mantras will dissolve the deeper templates, the deepest false illusions of what creative existence and experience is itself, that you adopted simply through being born. Simply through being born into a physical body through parents. And parents who carry these existence templates, passed down generation after generation after generation of the collective human experience, determining and continuously projecting this limitation. Or you may also have a bigger organization. It might not be an individual that is holding these themes for you, but it could be a bigger organization. Some sort of organization that feels like it has power over you. It could be the organization of your work. It could be a political organization. It could be the insurance companies. It could be any organization where you are in some sort of illusion of dependency or need or desire for them to bestow something on you, or in some kind of conflict of power, where in your illusion they appear to have more power than you. These are all places now that you can look at for those themes, which really are speaking to your deep belief structures that are your resistance to existence here on earth because you've been in the human paradigm. And your resistance to existence here on earth because you have false beliefs around your connection to Source, because you have been in the human paradigm and have been subject to the powerlessness of having parents, essentially. That your power only coming through these other beings that could bestow their love, their shelter, their food, their attention, their warmth on you, or not. And even the most perfect parents could never provide the absolute consistency that your true nature, unimpeded connection with Source is. So this isn't even a dig at your parents. Your parents also opted into this illusion. And you can imagine all the energy as well of these templates also in that Infinity 8, just purifying out all the energy that is keeping you in disconnection from the source of all energy for physical manifestation. Specifically for planet Earth. Drop back in your heart again if you've gone for a roam with your mind. And again, just ask your heart, is there anything else I need to become aware of? It's keeping me out. This direct anchoring incarnation. With the earth. Very good indeed, dear ones. Let's keep that anchoring with the earth, keep that heart centering. And keep imagining now that as you're anchoring the earth and anchored in your heart, the earth is sending you all those codes of creation that bring the heart manifestation into physicality, into an experienceable reality here on earth in this lifetime. Now, now, now. Very good indeed. We adore you all so very much. Until we're meeting in this way or some other way, we love you very much. And for now, we'll say goodbye, dear ones. Goodbye.